Hi everyone, welcome to Into Enlightenment with me, Nancy. I have been doing a lot of meditations with the Pleiadians and Arcturians and the Andromedans. And I got a message today, and then I'll do some tarot card readings. So before I started today, and happy Memorial Day to everyone who has served for our country and our home, and the loved ones who serve them as well. So preparing this space, as I do, I burn my incense and prepare in meditation. And as I went in, they said preparing the space for the elders, and I was like, oh, the elders. So first came through was Mother Gaia, Pleiadians, Andromeda, Sacagawea. So this, when they give me that, it's the Indian nations. Arcturians, High Council, benevolent beings, dimensions 5 through 12, and a stop at 10. Archangels, Bohemian Mammoth Council. Do not be confused with animals, they are not. Mighty Sword, deities, and humans. And then I got the message, we will counsel now. So it says here, I'm just going to read what I channeled. Your work here is freedom. Let it ring. Any chance you get, not just today, let it ring. The rain here is a way to keep us from celebrating and remembering what we don't want to happen again in this world. It's pouring out here. It's been raining for 2 days. If you were planning a cookout or activities, and you chose not to celebrate your freedom and the lives given, then choose another day. Let family and friends get together. No matter what, remember each other for who we are, what we strive for in our lives, what we want, and be willing to die 100 times inside to only rise stronger with more knowledge about ourselves and what is important to our lives. Living with peace. If you don't have it and want it, die to self another time to achieve it. Ask yourself, what makes me feel fulfilled, and start working towards it. Let's collaborate 250 years of freedom and not doing the same things over again in our country and in our lives, expecting different results. That is considered insanity. You can look that up in the dictionary. Don't let yourself be held hostage to a closed heart. I pray, may the one who judges be next in line to be loved. Amen. That's pretty deep. That's not only asking us to celebrate our freedom, and for a lot of us, that freedom and the lives that were shattered and torn to get here aren't even touching our lives today. Yet the history of it is. And it's also talking about not to repeat itself. And the way to do that is, other people say other ways, but I call it the peeling away of an onion, the layers of an onion. You know, onions make you cry, onions make your eyes sting, it makes you a little uncomfortable. But it's about looking within. Instead of pointing the finger at other people to make ourselves look good, or just because they don't believe what we believe. It's about, all God can just use me. I can judge someone that I don't even know because they cut me off in a car and I got angry. Because first of all, I want to control this person. I don't know what their lives are like. And then now I'm judging them because I want to feel better than them because now I'm angry. And if I can get that angry and that disturbed in my life over a complete stranger cutting me off, what does that tell me? It tells me when I'm out of control, I have to control. Don't let the news media control your life. Remember that we are human beings and we are made from the true source. And this true source is connected. We are stardust. We are amazing. We are powerful. And the evil entities and demonic entities want to keep us separate from our source and wants us to find fault with others and wants us to believe that we are not who we should be. We are being controlled, yes, but we can rise above it. And when I say controlled, I mean controlled by what we've been taught over centuries, and that, shame and guilt and things that we should not be ashamed of or guilty of. Things that we should be talking about and raising our vibrations over. I love that there are more things being brought to light. And that as humans, we need to get our heads out of the sand and pay attention and look within, because we are connected to the God of your understanding. Don't fall short of that. Know that no matter where you come from, nothing can take your light, not even you. Not even if you're in the midst of an addiction. Not even if you're feeling horrible for doing something you wish you never did, or still doing something you wish you could change. Look within and do something about it. Don't be a victim of it. If you have to change your life, change it. Don't sit there pointing the finger while you're sitting on your in front of the TV eating bonbons and potato chips and passing judgment. May he who judges be next in line to be loved. All right, let's do a tarot card. Wow, that was deep. Okay, this is going to be a quickie. I haven't done one in a while. This is for the collective and anyone who is watching this. This is all signs, all zodiac signs. The Pleiadians are here. The Andromedans are here for sure. And the High Council is here. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we get the Hierophant at where we're at. And then we get the Ten of Swords that can either help us or hinder us. At our base, we have Temperance. The past is the Princess of Discs. What are we wanting is financial security, coming together, a culmination. Our future is the Four of Cups. It was upside down. I'm going to say the future is going to require you to go within. And some people are not going to know how to do that, which is like a meditation. I say do sound bowls, play music, look at a fire. Fires are very meditative. Everyone is different. Listening to music, following along, although it has to be something within yourself. Your path is the Four of Discs, the King of Swords, King of Wands, and the King of Discs. Wow, so you're going to have a lot of help along this path. Everybody, we're getting help. We're getting help from every source everywhere. They're here. If you were worried about aliens, they're here. And they walk among us. So, underneath it all is the Queen of Wands. So we got a lot of major arcana cards. A lot of, not major arcana. We got a couple. But we have some really powerful interventions here. So let's see what we get. Where you're at, the Hierophant, you're being asked to really look at your belief systems and to look in for counsel. It's the Hierophant. You could be the Hierophant. People may be coming to you. Looking for people who bring peace. And this is where you are. So there are probably a lot of healers out there, or people who just are more positive. When someone tells you something negative, you can find the positive in it. But this is somebody who people look up to. And maybe you're looking for that in your life right now as well. What you're coming out of is the Ten of Swords, which is a lot of despair within. We did talk a lot about inward healing and dying 1,000 times, dying 100 times for this peace. And I believe that's what we're in the state of doing within our country and within ourselves. And that's what this is. You've died over and over again, but became more spiritual, more alert, more awake, and more willing to share your knowledge, even if you're afraid. The foundation is about temperance and the perspective that you have, and that you have balance and clarity and that you are connected to your source, and that nothing, you're allowing nothing to block you from that in your life, whether it's going, maybe your source is nature. Maybe that's where you're at. That's where I started. I really got into the nature and I worked my way up. And I still love nature, and they're very healing, and I use all modalities today. Your past was manifestation, Princess of Discs, bringing forth, working hard, building, learning about yourself. And what you want is the Nine of Discs, and it's about culmination. It's about receiving some knowledge, some finances, maybe you went to school and college and learned more, and maybe you decided to start a new business, and it's going to take some people to help you, but you want that, and you want to have something to show for it. Your future is about meditation. It's the Four of Cups. It's about allowing your faith to have more say in your life than your fears. Your road up here is the Four of Discs. So we have the Four of Cups and the Four of Discs. So your Four of Discs is a foundation. It's don't be miserly. Share how you're starting your foundation. Share it to people who ask you. The King of Swords is next. I believe this person can probably be you, since the Hierophant is you as well. I believe the Hierophant is you, or someone you look up to, a mentor of some sort. It can even be a therapist. It's someone that you talk to and trust. The King of Swords in this position is about not taking advantage of your authority. If you're a boss or someone who is in the eye, people see you, respect you, want to know what you think. It's like you have authority. It can be even in your own home. Who's the head of the household? You know, who's the authority figure? You know, everybody has an authority figure. Mine is my mom. That's it. I don't have anyone else who's my authority figure. But I have a lot of Hierophants in my life that I look up to. And I look up to my mom. She's also a Hierophant. But I have mentors that I look up to, and people who I wouldn't think of getting any kind of authority or, figure that helps me with their knowledge. More about knowledge, less about heart. And that's okay, because sometimes we have done so much work and we bring our heart everywhere. We need to stay grounded mentally too. That's the line, the heart and the mind and the spirit, right? Because right above that is the King of Wands, which is, I love the King of Fire, the King of Wands. They know everything. Their leadership. We have authority, we have a leadership, and we have power. Those are, the last three that we're ending in. And we also have to look at that in our lives, right? That we have a leadership, authority, and power, and that we do not abuse it, because people are scared. People are unsure of this world and what's happening, and all the news that's being let out. That we have to remember to bring our healing, our love, our tenderness, and our power. Do not let that spark be overtaken by, demonic energies. And when I say that, that's like drug addiction, smoking cigarettes. It'll kill you, and they want to keep you small so you feel ashamed and feel bad about it, because deep down inside, which is your spirit that will never die, is telling you to quit. Stop it. Okay, so it can be anything: overeating, over-exercising, spending too much money. No one's perfect, because we are human. But we have to start listening to spirit and not allowing negative energies to take over. And that's what this is all about in our lives. This is what's been going on since the council that we were talking about. Preparing for our elders, right? Preparing. We're preparing ourselves for great things, our hopes, our dreams, family, coming together, being sovereign with each other. The next one is the King of Discs, which is power. He holds the world. Look at him, he holds the world. And he's got money. He's got fire, powership, leadership, authority. So do we. We have it. we've just forgotten over the years of being put down, and if you don't pray this way, you're going to go to hell, turn or burn. Well, you know what? We are becoming enlightened beings now, and we're learning through knowledge. And we're learning to listen and feel what feels right to us, and what doesn't feel right to us, we don't say anything, and we don't participate. We just live within ourselves until we really know and have our own power to say something. Underneath is the Queen of Wands. You know, we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So it tells me there, you know, if you're in a relationship, you think the same way, you're working for the same goals. You both have that vibrancy, and you know, you have this everything. It feels good. It's like nothing can kill that fire within you. You've had your heart broken. You've been murdered 100 times to know where you are and who you are today. You know, the Hierophant. No one can take from you. You finally found yourselves, people, and now you're learning how to play with it. You know, it's like you found your power, your leadership, your authority, your vibrancy. You've been manifesting. You know your temperance. You know you're connected. You want to see some things from all this work, yet it hasn't happened. But it's happening. It's happening. It is happening. Let's get some clarification. Oops, shoot. That fell. Now, where did it fall? Oh, here it is. It is what fell I'm going to take, because usually it's something it's the Three of Wands. You see the fire. She's done her work. She is waiting. Or he. You've done a lot and you're like, I know. Not yet. It's hard. The not yet is really hard. It's like, put me in, coach. I've been practicing. I can do it. It's not about all being on your own. It has nothing to do with self. The only thing about self is growing yourself. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. That's what they're telling me. I'm not going to clarify. I believe this was the message we received, and the cards that we pulled clarified everything for us. And 3 cards. Okay, we have the Hierophant again. And we have the Death and the Rebirth card. How many times do we have to die and be reborn again, right? Right? Die 100 times so we have more knowledge, more wisdom, so we actually know. And then we have the High Priestess. We can't make this stuff up. Oh my God. And underneath is the Ace of Cups. Look at that. You're holding it. You're holding the gift. The Hierophant, and look at, I just love him. He has found his light. He has found his power, his leadership, his authority, his strength, his fire. That spark that can never, ever be taken, even if you feel that way. They just want you to feel that way. You're going through a death and rebirth. And the High Priestess is at the end of this, they say 2-week period, more enlightenment, more knowledge. Enlightenment is knowledge. It's what we live. It's not what we're taught. You know, it's not what we're taught in a book. It's how we incorporate it within ourselves. And that knowledge that we carry is from life experiences. Then you can read a book and go, yeah, Then you take that life experience, no matter what kind of book it is, where you're at on your journey. Maybe you're somebody that just doesn't like God. You don't believe in a God. Well, you know who's the first one on here of the elders, preparing the space for the elders, was Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. So if you don't believe in a power that sits within you and that will never die, and you believe it through Earth, go right ahead, because Mother Earth has been here for how many years? Whatever gets you on your journey. So I believe the death and rebirth is coming to an end for a lot of you. It's coming to an end for a lot of you. The thing about it is we can't force it. We can't muscle God. We cannot put spirit, and I say God, but it's an umbrella word because there's so many different beliefs out there, okay? So don't, please, if it rubs you the wrong way, just replace that word to what you believe. We can't put God in a headlock because we signed up for whatever we signed up for, and that's for you to find out. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. I love you so much. The Pleiadians love you. The Andromedans love you. The Arcturians love you. The benevolent beings from the dimensions 5 through 12 love you. The Bohemian Mammoths counsel. And don't be confused. They are not animals at all. The mighty sword. You know what that represents. The deity, us, and the native nations. Love you. Amen.